Viewers of my stream will be disappointed with this video. I discussed releasing Pure Bait, a video talking about plagiarism where I would accuse the most generic animal-based Palworld designs of being shameless Pokemon clones, while praising the pals closest to Pokemon designs as being original, and something Game Freak and Nintendo should aspire to. It could have been a real kick to read the comments if enough Pokemon fans came across it, but there's one problem. People talking about this game are dumb enough that my deliberately retarded take wouldn't have stood out. So would it then even be bait? How can I look at myself in the mirror and call myself a masturbator when I myself have been baited by internet users' sincerely held views? I went through the entire 111 list of pals in Palworld to see what seems like a Pokemon ripoff compared to not, because I've seen a lot of people talk about it, but no full comprehensive list. Here's what I found. "It's a lot," wrote Cecilia Fay. This first tweet in a long thread has been viewed almost 10 million times and has been liked 40,000 times. I'll start with the obvious ones, and the further down I go, the less obvious they'll be. But things like concepts or colors might be derived. This one has ears and theme of Leafeon, and everything else of Cinderace. The small hands, the fluff at the pants, all of it. I've been reading this stuff on my timeline for a while, and I'm over being mad at people presenting the fact that Palworld is highly, deliberately derivative of Pokemon, as if it's some sort of revelatory insight they're unveiling to the masses, because that's the point. You're supposed to immediately recognize it. That's the point. That's the whole pitch of the game. The developer's not trying to deceive you into thinking their designs are 100% original. Half of the impact relies on you knowing it's sort of like scuffed Pokemon. You look at it and, oh wow, oh gee, it's Pokemon but with guns and sweatshop labor. Haha, what a twist. Funny parody, my friends. People watch one single H-Bomber Guy video, and this is what it does to their brains. Horrifying. Alright, maybe I'm not over being mad at these people, but I sure am tired of them. I accept that this is how people are. And now I can say, okay, it's likely you've identified a direct reference used in this parody. Good job. And you've put in some work to make a little thread doing this for all of the pals. Cute bit of social media content. Nice one. Might even be interesting to scroll down. See what she's found. She does forewarn that the copying slowly gets less obvious and direct as it progresses. So let's see the number 2 most derivative PAL design. I'm going to lose it. Exact same face, same teeth placement. Yes, where the mouth is. Okay, it's fine. White and yellow eyes. Identical. I'm sorry. Do you want Nintendo to own crescents, zigzags, and ovals as their intellectual property? As countless others have noted, the Cheshire Cat is going to mess these people up. Something I do have to admit, though, is that I've seen this pic being shared around and didn't realize what it was. I thought these were 2 different examples of pals. I didn't realize Down Syndrome Meowth was an actual, official, real Pokemon. What else we got? The body. Hedgehogs? Don't know if you've seen one. They sort of look like this. Their little snout is a bit more pointy, but these are hedgehogs. They're somewhat similar in proportion because they're both hedgehog-based creatures. Nice, it's fine. Let's see another example. Oh, just come on. We're hitting the point where 2 designs featuring 2 arms and 2 legs means one can be called a ripoff of the other. The best I can do, if I try my hardest on this one, is the shape of the eyes, but even then they aren't truly the same shape. Let's do one more. Demented. Simply demented. The PAL on the bottom. Anybody care to guess its name? Anubis. It's literally called Anubis. Nintendo, despite apparent popular belief, Nintendo doesn't own Egyptian gods. You can draw from the same inspiration as another creation, resulting in similarities, and that can be fine. That is not a rip-off. It's not exactly stealing. No, what I'd call stealing is something like this. Just straight up taking and using someone else's intellectual property to make money. In the same way they would. There's tons of official cute Pikachu merch. Original content. Donut steal. Yes, of course, I'm sure they genuinely are the original artist of that piece. But we're not even in China knockoff territory. This is just stealing. Wouldn't it be funny if this artist had something to say about Palworld? Quote tweeting some pictures of statements by Palworld's creator, I guess. They say, "This is the creator of Palworld. He is dead serious about bootlegging and stealing ideas as long as it's trendy." Man, we real artists and creatives are real trash, aren't we? Because anytime we ask for respect, look how everyone turns on us and treats us like garbage. "Oh, I'm so sorry. No one respects you, honey. Let me go buy one of your 100% non-stolen idea products." The irony was actually brought to their attention. Apparently, I'm not getting notifications, but I'm being cancelled by people who claim I am plagiarizing with my fan merch/fan art. I won't engage with these people. But if you are genuinely unsure what is considered fan merch/fan art versus plagiarism, I'll explain it to you. She's right. She has not plagiarized. She is just openly stealing. There is a difference. One of them puts you at risk of Nintendo fucking you up the ass. Fan merch and fan art are what artists, like me, make to spread my love for an existing franchise. We never claim what we make as our own. Disclaimer, no copyright intended. You remember that shit on YouTube videos? We also make little to no profit, as the money we earn from one item goes into making another. And we spread our love of a series this way. She sells 5 stickers for £20. If she's not making a profit, she's doing something horribly wrong. And her store has like 2,000 reviews. God knows how many actual sales. Now, plagiarism, on the other hand, is when someone takes an existing IP, maybe changes the color palette or mashes things together, and claims, "This is mine, completely original," at the top of their lungs. Never in my life have I done this, and I will absolutely never do so. You're right, you don't even palette swap or mash multiple Pokemon together. Come on, you set yourself such a low bar to clear. Reminder, by the way, in the demented mind of a Palworld hater, this is a rip-off palette swap clone. But that's enough about the creature design. The game's also been accused of ripping off Ark with its tech tree. Come on now. You unlock crafting options with skill points. You start with basic gathering tools and end up on high-tech installations and automatic weapons. It is similar to Ark and hundreds of other games with near-identical systems. It is a generic system. Just stop it. And further regarding the game and its systems as a game, it's been called lazy, janky, all sorts of things. Janky? A bit. But welcome to survival games, bucko. And my personal experience has been one of the smoothest I've had in this genre. Normally, my computer shits itself if I even think about running Ark. Lazy? Maybe. I understand they've used some store assets, but I don't care how much a dev sweats if what they've made is cool. Even if you are a senior artist at Naughty Dog with dev intuition and an understanding of the labor theory of value, that means polishing a turd as hard as you can for 1,000 hours guarantees you a diamond. Some people just have it. Some people don't. The people in charge of Palworld have undeniably got it. If they're lazy in the sense that their game is lacking things they could or really should add for it to be enjoyable or interesting, that's a problem. These guys could cut and run with the wealth they've already instantly achieved. We'll see, and then that'll be a whole different ball of wax. However, so far, my impression of Palworld is that it's actually very cool and contains competently implemented, interesting ideas. I didn't expect much, and I was absolutely shocked to find it's one of the few recent games I'm enjoying quite a lot. People are right to say the combat's a little lacking, and it's more important to be the right level than anything else. I'm not convinced my active team is ever going to be that important in its composition, so long as they're of level and don't have a weakness to the boss. Make sure you have one you can ride to get around fast, maybe one or two with passives that buff the player. But where your team choice really matters in a cute way is that you want to be staffing your base with a varied collection of monsters to keep it running smoothly. No one pal can do every job. Some are better at particular jobs than others, and you want to make sure you have the right base employee diversity to have things running smoothly. Some tasks, like farming, even require more than one job type that you might have to split across multiple pals, which is cool. It's the simple fantasy of, oh, crops need watering? Well, I need a water type. Smelting needs to be done. Ooh, a fire type will be perfect. Need power? Electric. My reaction right now is, oh, that's cute. As a kid, I would have lost my fucking mind. The little signs are there that there's care here. Maybe it's not an artistic passion or a vision or a dream driving any of them, and they don't care about the artistic integrity of not using any automated tools or whatever else. But if that leads them to producing something of value, what does it matter? If they've done something truly fucked to get that outcome, go take them to court, Nintendo. Go get them, whatever. I missed the part where that's my problem. Really, it's one of those games where if you watch a little, you'll know if it's for you or not, and there's no shortage of footage, so I won't turn this into any sort of review. If you have the urge to optimize and collect, and if you enjoy the silly, edgy tone, I'm sure you'll more than get your money's worth at the price it's selling at, even if it ends up being an early access car crash and doesn't go anywhere else from here. Anyway, before I leave you, I have one last message, and this goes out to the Palworld haters. I have a secret for you. Want to know the real proof that Palworld can't possibly be a pure, meaningless ripoff, cynical AI clone with no soul? Want to know the real proof that it's nothing like all the other Pokemon-inspired games you love and wish were this popular? Want to know what's different between this and your imagined, ideal monster collecting game done the right way, for the right motives, with the right methods? The difference is, Palworld makes people happy. But, as usual, that's just another one of my harmful opinions.